Prime Minister, I really need you to come to our aid as quick as possible. We have about 20 old persons and about 20 single parents in this little section. We need help fast.
Even as firefighters continue to comb through the debris here at the straw market, about 20 straw vendors are extremely sad this morning, and that is because they lost all of their goods that were in this front section of the straw market, some of them averaging about $4,000 to $5,000 a piece. Of course, Culture Minister Charles Maynard has promised to address their needs sometime later today, and hopefully those vendors will be back on their feet again with some sort of assistance in getting their merchandise back. Now, here on the northern end of Bay Street, about a dozen businesses were lost, some of them completely, like the Pompey Museum here, and others partially. Roof damage and ceiling damage, and certainly merchandise that are damaged by smoke and water. Now, many business owners, though sad, though very traumatized, say they look forward to beginning the process again of rebuilding and getting back on their feet and getting their businesses opened once again.
I just lost my father a day before yesterday, and my brother's in the United States on his way here now, so I'm feeling kind of alone, you know? But I know I got a lot of help around, so I'll do what I could do.
There was a point during the morning when vendors got their wish. Some of them spoke with Prime Minister Ingram as he walked through the debris and water-soaked areas to get a look at the extent of the damage and to speak with a few. The Balcony restaurant and bar, as well as downstairs businesses, were also destroyed. The building opposite the market is Pete's house, home to law firms and other offices. In total, about 5 businesses with the roof caved in and ceilings as well, while water and smoke damage ruined others. A total of 12 businesses would be destroyed. The only one that survived the fire with what appeared to be minimal damage was Edie's ice cream parlor. The building that sustained the most damage, with millions of dollars lost in infrastructure and historical artifacts, Pompey Museum, the oldest building in downtown, Venue House, held its place in Bahamian history. Curator Kim Outen Stubb says the museum and its holdings were the envy of the region and the world.
It's important to Bahamian identity. It's the oldest building in downtown. And if we don't save it, if we don't stand up and say this is where it ends, you know, we've lost so much.
That's really 19th century. That's where the sponge, it's in Cuthbert's Chapel that was connected with Christchurch Cathedral. And that's where the seamen, all the sponge fishermen, that's where they worshipped.
We recently secured a major international grant for the upgrade of the exhibit at Pompey, and so for this to happen at this time is really devastating.
In the interim, the 8 employees of Pompey Museum will be deployed to other areas. The history buffs say the work to restore and in certain areas repair the artifacts that are important to Bahamian past, present and future will be costly.
You know that some of the things that was housed in there is priceless, irreplaceable, a significant part of our history.
Already, efforts to salvage artifacts have begun. These shackles, a trace back to the days of slavery. Shanique Miller, 7S News.